Good evening, Goffstown, and welcome to the Grizzly Den in Goffstown, New Hampshire at Goffstown High School. This is Bob Bartolucci, and I'm here with an old distinguished colleague of mine who got me into this whole thing. Mr. Scott Gross will be doing the game with me. Hello, Scott. How are you?
Hi, Bob. How are you? I tell you, exciting. Thank you very much for inviting me back. And great game between Pinkerton and the Goffstown Grizzlies. They just played like a couple of weeks ago. That's a pretty tight game.
It was until later in the fourth quarter when the Grizzlies opened it up. But no, this Pinkerton team, no joke, a very good team. They're very athletic.
I do think that this is I call this one of these toss-up type games. Goffstown has home field, or home court advantage, I should say. But with this looming snowstorm, the crowd isn't as big as one would hope. We'll see if it fills in more throughout this early evening.
That's right. So this is exciting. Second round action now?
Right.
The Goffstown Grizzlies on what was it, Tuesday night now? I'm getting all mixed up with the days of the week, or was it Wednesday night? Whatever. We played against Salem, but the girls got off to kind of a rough start. They admitted it.
I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, they really had a rough start, and luckily in that third quarter they were able to really pull ahead. But I don't think Goffstown can afford to have a slow start against this Pinkerton Astros team.
I agree 100%. We do not have the wiggle room or the leeway with this team. This team, unlike Salem, are better shooters. They are more athletic, so they're going to push the pace. The other night, or a couple weeks ago, when Pinkerton was in, it was a very fast-paced game. Both teams were really tired. This game, I have a feeling, will go deep into the bench, and I have no reason to believe it won't be just as fast-paced as last week was.
Yeah, and I think, for Goffstown, I think there are a couple of keys. Obviously, Ava Winterburn is their leading scorer probably in the state, but expect Pinkerton to double-team her. And when that happens, then the next up is Maggie Sasso. And Maggie has been playing very well as of late. Very balanced attack. She seems a lot more patient in the last third of the season. I think before she was maybe rushing some shots, but now if you look at her footwork and you look at how she sets her feet when she shoots, it's spot on. And then the other one I think is the bench. Goffstown does not have a very deep bench, but Caroline Foreman is going to be playing today.
Thank God.
And she is going to need to put in some quality minutes because Pinkerton has some pretty tall players.
Right.
And I'm hoping that the Grizzlies will be very disciplined defensively because the last thing that they need is some cheap fouls.
That's right.
Quick cheap fouls.
We can't get into foul trouble for sure.
Yeah.
So this is going to be very exciting action, and in a second we'll be going to Al for the introductions. We're down to 1 minute as the count on that. But yes, we're going to need certainly balanced scoring tonight, and obviously rebounds are going to be important, and I expect that to be challenging for both teams because both teams are very athletic and both teams have decent size.
Yeah, that last game between both these squads was a really good one, and I happen to agree with you that both teams are pretty athletic. They're both quick. They contest. They contest the rebounds. They look for steals. So it should be a pretty exciting game. Got 3 officials in a playoff game.
And as it goes on each round, so we got more officials tonight.
Yeah.
And hopefully the officiating will be a little higher quality than it has been the past couple of games.
Well, it's high school ball, and I think you're going to get some good calls and bad calls. I mean, the big thing is you just want it to be consistent,
right,
for both sides.
Exactly.
Actually, not a bad crowd for, what is it, a pre-10-inch snowstorm.
Yes, and a lot of Astros fans.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Goffstown High School for tonight's quarterfinal game of the 2023 NHIAA Girls Division I Basketball Championship between the Astros of Pinkerton Academy and the Grizzlies of Goffstown High School. We ask for your cooperation at this NHIAA event in showing your respect for the athletes, coaches, and officials to make this game a meaningful one for all of those involved. In the unlikely event of emergency or fire alarm activation, all occupants are asked to leave the gymnasium via the nearest exit. There are exits on the left and right side of the stands. And fans, please be reminded, for the safety of the players, coaches, and officials, no fans are allowed onto the playing surface at any time before, during, or after the game. Thank you. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Pinkerton at forward, a 5'10" freshman, number 21, Brooke Benz. For Goffstown at forward, a 6'1" senior, number 12, Ava Winterburn. For Pinkerton at forward, a 6'1" sophomore, number 25, Kaylee Dupree. For Goffstown at forward, a 5'9" sophomore, number 14, Meredith Winterburn. For Pinkerton at guard, a 5'7" sophomore, number 12, Emily Leonard. For Goffstown at guard, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Ava Vaughn. For Pinkerton at guard, a 5'8" junior, number 13, Devin LeBrun. For Goffstown at guard, a 5'9" junior, number 1, Maggie Sasso. For Pinkerton at guard, a 5'11" junior, number 23, Liz Lavoie. And for Goffstown at guard, a 5'5" senior, number 3, Ava Ruggiero. The coach of the Astros is Lanny Buskey. Assistant coaches are Marielle Bollinger, Ashley Hugh, and Clary Putnam. The coach of the Grizzlies is Steve Largy. Assistant coaches are Nate Bracey and Cassidy Lallemare. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America, our servicemen and women serving all over the globe, and all of our veterans with the playing of our national anthem.
Hey, Grizzly fans, and we're going to be back here just about to have the tip-off here for this exciting second round action between your Goffstown Grizzlies and the Pinkerton Astros from Derry, New Hampshire. And Scott, they did the obligatory pounding on the bear.
Yeah,
you didn't like that last time.
Everybody's poking the bear lately, so we'll have to see. But
we'll have to see what happens now.
So my recollection from the last game was that for Pinkerton, I think a player to look out for is Elizabeth Lavoie, 23.
Yep.
That was my recollection.
Lavoie
She's pretty
and
tough.
their number one guard was Gerasi, but she, due to an injury, will
Yeah.
be out. So that is one thing that should go in the Grizzlies' favor. So one of their star players or best setup people is going to be out tonight. Ava Winterburn took the tip off over to Meredith, and Sasso goes right in for a layup. And Jen, to let you know, both cameras are covered. All right, down for the Astros is LeBrun. Over to Lavoie. Lavoie underneath.
Nice
With
move.
Ava Winterburn on her. Yep, but she
told
tucked
you.
it right around her. Yep, Lavoie's going to be the. That's their answer to Ava. Got Ruggiero over to Vaughn. Vaughn back to Winterburn up on top. Over to Meredith Winterburn. Across to Sasso. Maggie. To Ava Winterburn to Meredith. To Vaughn. Nice pass into Ruggiero, but stuck up underneath.
That's a foul. Good cut by Sasso across the paint. She got fouled by number 12 for Pinkerton, Emily Leonard.
It was a beautiful layup by Sasso. She saw a little opening and went right in for that. Ruggiero.
Goffstown so far has been patient, which I like. Long shot.
Rainbow. That was nice shot by Ava Ruggiero. That's a three.
And happy birthday to Ava Ruggiero, who turned 18 today.
She did. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's
I
good.
spoke with her dad just before the game. Oh, almost a steal, and it is a steal by Ruggiero. Watch out behind her.
Winterburn over to Vaughn. Vaughn now with the ball. Bounces it into Meredith Winterburn. To Ruggiero, thought about the three. Works her way in. Out to Vaughn. Vaughn cross court to Sasso. Takes a nice two. That was a nice shot.
I agree. Sasso just has a beautiful shot. When her feet are set, she's almost unstoppable.
Well, when she gets in the rhythm, right now it's good to see the girls are hitting, unlike the other night.
Nice defense there by Vaughn.
So Lavoie goes in. She went right around Ruggiero and Vaughn.
So Goffstown with a 7-4 lead early in the first.
Ruggiero to Ava Winterburn. Winterburn looks around with Lavoie all over her.
Foul, too.
Sasso got the
Yep.
ball, but she was fouled
Yeah.
hard by Leonard. That's her second.
And that's a tough foul on Leonard because, like, she just wasn't, like, balance wasn't really under control, and she just kind of fell into her.
Well, that's her second in 2
Yeah.
minutes, so. Okay,
So
Ruggiero's bringing
what you
this
got
up.
is you got Lavoie, and arguably that was a foul, too. Oh,
They're
come
gonna call
on.
it travel.
I totally disagree with that one, but I think that she got fouled before that happened. But so that's a turnover for the Grizzlies.
So Astros made a change. They took Leonard out because she was getting in.
Right, now in
So
comes number 31.
Polini.
That's Sophie Polini.
So Polini now works it into Lavoie. I don't know. That was,
Mismatch there.
that was Dupas. And she put one up, and that went in. A lucky bounce there off the back rim. Maggie Sasso is now working it back down the court. Sasso looks around over to Ruggiero. The birthday girl works her way in to Sasso. Sasso back out to Ruggiero. Over to Meredith Winterburn. To her sister Ava. Takes a long three. That almost went in.
Oh, rebound by Goffstown.
Meredith Winterburn came up with it over to Sasso, over to Ruggiero. Ruggiero takes a three.
And another
she's got-
one.
That's 2 threes for Ruggiero early.
She's got 6 points.
10-6 Grizzlies.
Under 5 minutes to play in the first.
So Lavoie now coming down the court for the Astros.
Nice crossover.
She tosses it out to LeBron. Over to Benz, back to Lavoie. Lavoie puts it up just off the rim. Sasso comes down with the rebound.
I like how Sasso always has her head up.
Yeah. When she's
Ooh.
on, what a move by
And a foul
Ruggiero.
on number 13, I think.
Wow, she took it hard there.
Good sportsmanship by Pinkerton, picking her up off the deck.
So that'll put Ruggiero on the line.
That was Devin LeBron with the foul. That's her first, but the team's third.
Well, the game's Not a disappointment. It's got fast pace.
I agree.
But the Grizzlies seem to be on here right now.
Well, but think about this. Ava Ruggiero has scored 7 points, and Ava Winterburn, nothing yet. And she makes 2 free throws. So she has 8 points already in the first 3.5 minutes of this game. That's very unexpected. But Pinkerton has put number 23, Elizabeth Lavoie, on Ava Winterburn with the hopes of just kind of shutting her down.
Or at least
another nice crossover.
Lavoie goes in on both Vaughn and Meredith Winterburn.
Yeah, unfortunately, she couldn't finish, Bob.
That's right. Ava Winterburn now with the ball. Over to Vaughn. Vaughn tries to toss one up.
And jump ball.
Yep, the rebound was by there.
So great job by Meredith Winterburn on that. She got her hands in there and created a jump ball.
So Devin LeBrun will take the ball out to Polini. Polini working down the court now on Meredith.
Mismatch right now. Big mismatch. Oh, but great hands.
Yeah, but Ruggiero took a shot to the face.
But excellent defensive hands there. She's going to tie her shoelaces after that one.
Well, you know, we were commenting pretty much all year long. And of course, we get to watch Ruggiero every game. She is one of the best, if not the best, in my opinion, the best defensive player in the league. Even though she's
got a very
size
quick
disadvantage.
Hands. Oh, open shot. No good.
That was Lavoie. Now Winterburn to Winterburn. Out to Vaughn.
Oh, and she gets
put it
fouled.
up, but she drew a foul.
Love that play. Nice pass by Meredith Winterburn.
That'll be the 4th team foul. Pinkerton. Well, we talked about his fast pace.
Yeah,
I think Grizzlies would have to be on it, and they wouldn't get into foul trouble.
And Goffstown likes this pace, too, so.
Vaughn nailed her first one. And nice. Vaughn put up the second one.
Goffstown leads 14-6 with 3 minutes, 43 seconds in the first. Nice defense. Nice screen there. Top screen. And a give and go. In. Beautiful job. Just couldn't finish.
And that was Ben's.
But I love the give and go there.
Ava Winterburn to Ruggiero. Ruggiero inside to Maggie Sasso to Meredith Winterburn.
That was a tough pass into Winterburn.
Went a little high over her head. Ben's to Lavoie.
Right to the hoop.
Lavoie goes in. 3 Grizzlies collapse on her. Out to Dupas. Over to Ben's. Benz goes in, and she sunk that
one. So Brooke Benz with the bucket. I like the way Sasso stepped in there to try to stop that one.
Ruggiero inside to Ava Winterburn, who kicks it out to Vaughn, and Vaughn's corner, just off the rim.
They are double teaming Ava Winterburn every time they can get a chance to.
Right, which is the strategy.
A push, first foul for Goffstown, which is a good one.
Looks like it'll be on Ava Vaughn. It is Ava Vaughn.
Number 21, Ava Vaughn. That's her first personal foul, first team foul.
But I think that was a productive foul in a way, in the sense that she would have had a clear break to the basket.
Caroline Foreman works her way into the game now. So Caroline's going to make her first appearance. Fortunately, the other night she was a little sick, so she didn't make the Salem game.
Screen up top, both sides.
Lavoie now trying to work in on Foreman. Foreman's keeping her to the outside. Great play by Foreman. It's hit down. Benz picks it up with Ruggiero all over it. And Ava Winterburn came up with it.
Ooh, be careful on that pass.
Over to Maggie Sasso.
Great
Sasso
crossover.
Underneath. And
I
nice.
could argue that she got fouled on that.
Yeah, I agree she did, but she just put that in. That was a good basket for Maggie Sasso.
Sasso with 6 points in the first. So interestingly, you think of this Goffstown team where you pretty much have Ava Winterburn carrying, offensively the burden. And in this particular quarter, she has not scored a bucket. All the points have been scored by Maggie Sasso with 6.
And
Ruggiero has 8. Meredith Winterburn 2, and Ava Vaughn with 2 free throws. So you then wonder, like, when will Ava Winterburn, catch fire?
That's right.
And so good start for the Grizzlies in terms of a well-balanced attack.
Well, we've been talking all year, Rob and I, about how that's why it's very important that the Grizzlies have that balanced scoring, because obviously these teams know that all the offense goes.
Ooh, that's a
Winterburn.
carry. Oh boy, I don't know if I agree with that one, but referee said that it wasn't high enough.
Lavoie got the ball over to Dupas, but Ruggiero hit it away from her. She takes a shot. Maggie Sasso intercepts it, sends in Ava Winterburn off the backboard, but Winterburn gets her own rebound and does a nice layup.
That was just phenomenal hustle by Ava Winterburn.
2 Astros right in on her.
Bob, she collected a really tough pass in the paint, put the shot up, missed it, but then followed her own rebound.
Woo-hoo! Lavoie goes in.
Oh, I thought she got fouled on that one, but they didn't call it.
Maggie Sasso now with the ball. She's going back in, out to Winterburn. Over to Ava Ruggiero, top of the key. Ruggiero's taking another
short.
3.
That's way short.
Yep, and that was caught by Pauline.
She stopped her
Meredith
dribble.
Winterburn's all over her.
Yeah, you got to be careful. You can't stop your dribble in that situation.
Lavoie now with the ball for the Astros. In on Sasso. Throws it over to Dupas.
Here comes a 3.
And a 3-point
No good, but
attempt by
Goffstown
LeBron.
could not get the rebound.
Lavoie took a shot and missed. Polini comes
And that's
down
a
with the
foul
ball.
on number 11 for
That's
Goffstown.
Caroline Foreman.
That was a little unfortunate because I thought that, clearly the Astros out-rebounded Goffstown in that situation. And now Vaughn will come in, give a breather
To Ruggiero.
to Ruggiero. Got to protect that paint. Ooh, I don't know if I like that, but she had her hands up. I actually thought that in that situation, Lavoie initiated the contact, but
It's on Sasso. Maggie Sasso drew the foul there. But I agree with you. Looked like she had her hands straight up.
yeah. But Lavoie's a smart player, you put it up. If you get the foul, you get the foul. So Lavoie misses the first one.
Lavoie now with the ball.
And she makes the second.
Takes it.
So we got a minute left to go in the first with Goffstown leading 18-9. And only one bucket for Winterburn. Make it
2. That's a 3-pointer.
3.
Sasso fed her out on top.
And that's where she's so hard to defend because she can play low post, she can shoot the 3. It's really hard to defend her.
Benz with the ball. Over to Lavoie.
Lavoie's got a beautiful crossover.
She does. LeBron over to Polini. Polini tries to work it in. Sasso keeping her to the outside. Out to Lavoie. Caroline Foreman on her. It went off her foot. Sasso here kind of with a breakaway. Sasso put it up again. Just missed. Winterburn went in there.
Ooh, somebody
and
hit
they
their
both
head
went
hard.
down. Yeah. You heard the clunk. Now they're calling it 3 seconds.
Are you
'cause
kidding me?
Because Ava was on the ground still. That's an awful call.
That is an awful call. Yeah. You should call it the other way. But, hey, listen.
Well, this
Listen, you have to shrug that off if you're Ava Winterburn because you're going to get good and bad calls in any game. 10 seconds left. Just want to watch out
Polini
for her.
out to Lavoie. Lavoie takes a long 3.
So that's the
She
one
hit it.
person you did not want.
Ava to Maggie Sasso. Meredith put one up, but it was a little
So
late.
great job by Lavoie. She's the one player that you want to have somebody on, and she was left wide open at the 3.
Pretty much all the time.
Three-point line. But anyway, Goffstown leads 21-12. I don't think you could ask for a better offensive quarter from the Grizzlies, and I say that because totally balanced scoring, Bob.
Well, it was totally balanced, and they were hitting most of their shots.
Yeah, right.
So that's really an important part too, unlike in Salem. And so it's going to be an interesting second quarter, I think. Both teams they're playing with fast pace, and it's about what we expected.
But you hit the nail on the head, though. Goffstown made so many of their shots. Will they be able to sustain that? And typically in a game of basketball, you don't.
Correct.
It's hard to do that. Hey, look who's here, Butch Gifford.
Butch Gifford makes an appearance, and I need him on a camera where Frank McBride is. Cameron, where Frank McBride is, relieve him. So we have Rob Foreman, my colleague and partner in crime, is right now on a plane on his way to Florida. Lucky man, he's beaten the storm out. So as a result, he couldn't be here tonight. Luckily, Scott Gross agreed to come in and sit by me. We also have a little shorthanded in the studio, so we have people out here that we're recruiting in to get on the cameras for us. And we do have people who work on that. And Lavoie made a great steal off the Winterburns when they were exchanging passes over to Polini. Polini takes a shot from the outside. Ava Winterburn came down with the rebound,
What a beautiful
tosses it up to
pass.
Meredith, and
Blocked.
and it was
Really
blocked.
nice block by number 25.
25, that's Dupas.
Yeah. Or Dupuis?
Dupuis, Kaylee
Dupuis.
Dupuis.
Dupuis,
Is
I
it
think.
Dupuis?
I mean, it's Dupuis. I
It's
think.
Dupuis is the, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess.
I think we go
I guess we're
Dupuis.
near Canada.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll go Dupuis. All right, Meredith Winterburn works it, trying to work it around. Bends out to Caroline Foreman.
Really great defense by Pinkerton right now.
Over
That's
to
a
Vaughn.
push.
That's a foul. No call.
didn't call
Maggie
that.
Sasso with the ball. Out to Ava Winterburn. Ava's way up top with Lavoie on her.
And that's a turnover by Goffstown. Unfortunately, Sasso couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah,
and in
went off
comes
Maggie. In comes Ruggiero
Ruggiero.
for Meredith Winterburn.
And I think you do need that senior leadership of Ruggiero. Great defensively and also great ball handling. So Pinkerton needs to make a charge here.
So Leonard to Lavoie. Lavoie's trying to work it in underneath, and she went around Winterburn, but didn't
Couldn't make the
finish that
shot.
one.
Yeah,
Ruggiero
it's a
into,
foul. You got it. Good call,
into
ref.
Maggie Sasso,
Yep.
and there's a call here on LeBrun. That's her second. So
So you got both Emily Leonard and LeBron with 2 fouls apiece. Polini with 1.
Ruggiero inbounds this to Sasso right underneath, and Sasso sinks another layup. I'll tell you, if you got Sasso hitting, and with the threat that Ruggiero's,
Right.
I
I
mean,
agree.
Winterburn's going to start hitting, that's very good for
Again,
Gosford.
if you're the Grizzlies, you got to pay attention to 23. She's the primary scorer.
The ball went off LeBron's foot. She sends it in.
Great
Benz.
defense.
You got 2 Grizzlies all over her.
That's a foul.
Ava
They're
Winterburn
letting
came
that
down
go,
with
which
it.
is okay.
And Ruggiero now with the ball. Out to Sasso, over to Vaughn. Vaughn takes a long
Good
shot.
shot, though.
Just missed.
Fouls
Got her
her
own
own.
rebound because she followed her shot. Ruggiero now picks it up. The Foreman. Foreman takes one.
All right, good job by the Grizzlies. They didn't come up with points there, but great effort on the offensive glass.
Dupuis to Lavoie. Lavoie goes in. They're calling Ava Winterburn now for a foul.
She didn't like that call.
No, Ava Winterburn's not happy with that. Well, the officiating hasn't been great with her, but, you know, we were talking the other night when the officiating was a little questionable, but you know what? All you can ask for is that it's consistent. If it's consistent, we're going to be okay with it. Lavoie takes her first foul shot.
And she doesn't make it. But I tell you, Lavoie is smooth, man.
Emma Knight came in for the Astros for Benz. Yeah,
Lavoie is she's just missed a couple of shots here and there, but Bob, she's a really good player.
She is. She sank the second one. So now you got Sasso up here on top. Over to Ruggiero. Ruggiero moves people around. Winterburn set a screen. Ruggiero takes another 3, a little short, but
I don't
she
like
got
that
her own
shot.
rebound.
I don't like that shot. And by the way, Foreman needs to get in and try get that rebound.
So you got Lavoie now with the ball. Lavoie's working it in underneath. Kicks it out to Dupuis.
Nice
And
shot.
that went in for a 3. 23-16. Sasso now with the ball. Works it down for the Grizzlies. And the Astros seem to tighten up defensively, and they're keeping the Grizzlies to the outside. Foreman now with
I
the
want
ball.
to see the
to
ball
Sasso.
get into Ava Winterburn's hands a little bit more.
Ava with it over to Ruggiero to Sasso. Maggie works her way in underneath. Kicks it out to Vaughn. Vaughn cuts around and goes underneath. And-
Winterburn couldn't hold on to that one.
Yeah, Winterburn
Oh,
and
this is trouble.
Lavoie were fighting for it. Dupuis takes a shot. Caroline Foreman comes down.
I
with the
love
rebound.
that rebound by Foreman.
That was nice how she cut the ball up and
Exactly,
controlled it.
and she didn't bring it down to her waist where someone could get it.
Vaughn takes a 3, just off the rim. Lavoie sends. Whoa! She sent LeBron in on a sort of a breakaway,
You got to
fast
think
break,
a timeout if you're Goffstown here.
and Coach Largy does.
23 to
Calling a full
18, and right now Pinkerton has put the afterburners on. And remember we talked about before where Goffstown will probably start to miss some shots. They did miss shots.
They missed a
So
couple.
they've missed some shots here in the second quarter, and as a result, Pinkerton has kind of taken advantage, of that level of intensity. So
This got good pace to
of
this
course,
game.
this is a very
this
good
is
game.
end to end.
I'm curious to see, like right now it appears as if Goffstown has not made a concerted effort to get Ava Winterburn into the offensive flow. If you've noticed, Bob, she's been setting a ton of screens. So she's setting up other players on the team, which worked in the first quarter, but will someone set her up? Will screens be set for her? Because right now, Lavoie is playing her pretty tight.
Right. Yeah, and you basically, we need our best shooters to shoot, so that would be Ava Winterburn. So we're going to have to give her more opportunities to put it up. They're also playing very physical against her because she's gone down to the floor a couple of times now.
And I'll tell you, Ava Winterburn got lucky on one. She almost had it over the back about a minute ago. So,
but she was also tackled to the floor a minute ago,
It's
too.
true.
So
It's true.
it
So
goes
as long
both
as they're
ways.
calling it both ways.
You got Ruggiero here with the ball. She sends it into Ava Winterburn. And she backed up into Dupuis.
But that was a good no call,
Right.
in my opinion.
Lavoie over to LeBrun. LeBrun with it. Ava Winterburn's all over her. They're calling her for a travel.
Ooh.
But Pinkerton wanted a foul on that.
Well,
you could make a case for it.
You could make a case for a foul, but then again, they called it travel. So it's like you get some good calls, you get some bad calls, right?
And that's what we're
And
getting.
I think it's been balanced, so we'll just leave it at that.
Ruggiero with the ball. Look to Sasso.
Nice
Winterburn
screen.
sets the screen, allows Sasso to go in, and again, now we're not finishing like we were in the first
Well,
quarter.
that was my point, is that you were knocking these shots down, and now you're a little cold.
Yeah. So LeBrun with the ball. Ruggiero on her. LeBrun hands it out to Dupuis. Ava Winterburn intercepted it, and she's going in for the layup.
She
And
misses
again,
the bunny.
in and out.
Yeah.
So now you got Leonard with the ball. She's working it down. 23-18. 3.5 to go. Lavoie drew the foul now against Meredith Winterburn. So she's going to have a chance to make this a three-point play.
And she has a chance to make this a 2-point game. So Goffstown was up by almost 10 at one point. And really, they have been on a drought for the last 4 minutes, Bob.
Yep. We've been stuck on 23 for a little while.
Well, you've only scored 2 points in this quarter.
So Lavoie did make that a three-point play. So 2-point game, 23-21 Grizzlies. Sasso out to Ruggiero, over to Winterburn. Winterburn scoping it out, works her way in.
Great defense by Lavoie. She shut her
That was
down.
a little push there too, but Ruggiero with the ball. She gets pushed out by LeBrun. So Grizzlies will retain possession here. Meredith Winterburn inbounded to Ruggiero. Ruggiero.
That's a foul, man. Oof.
Yeah, Lavoie smashed kind of right into Winterburn. I think Ava's getting a little frustrated with kind of the physicality.
I think a little bit of that, but also she's not getting the ball in quite the spot that she wants it,
Right. Ruggiero over to Sasso. Sasso tries to go in on Leonard. Leonard keeps her to the outside. Ruggiero to Meredith Winterburn.
Yeah, but
Another foul, not called.
You got to call that, And then they're going to call this. So you're not calling, like that was clearly a foul.
They're going to call white 14. That's Meredith Winterburn. Yeah, this is where.
But that was clearly a foul.
If the officiating gets inconsistent, this is where the problems come in. Caroline Foreman's going to come back into the game here, most likely.
Well, it's a fairly physical game. So and then if you don't call this stuff, then it gets more physical because the players think, hey, we can do it. The crowd has filled in quite a bit here. Probably everybody got out of work.
Leonard to Lavoie. Lavoie now with the ball.
She dribbled over her.
Yeah, but this ref's just standing there. Not quite sure what that is. Ava Winterburn lost it over to Lavoie. That's set up with Lasisi, who missed. Winterburn gets it to Ruggiero. Over to Maggie Sasso. Just want Maggie to slow this down a little bit and get a play.
Foul.
Yep, another foul. Let go. Ava Winterburn now with the ball. Winterburn looks around, tries to go in on both Leonard and Lavoie. She got around both of them and sunk it too. It'd be great if we get her in a rhythm now.
Well, you have to get, Goffstown has to get into what's called a tough mentality rhythm, okay? Because they were getting physically dominated by Pinkerton for almost this entire quarter. And they have to step up their level of physicality and intensity.
Right.
That's a charge. Yeah, that's a great play by Ruggiero.
Yeah.
Number 13.
So LeBron took the charge.
That's her third. So she'll have to come out. What a phenomenal play by Ruggiero there, because she set her feet, and 13 just went in, and
Yep, that was LeBron that went in on her. So you got Ava Ruggiero now.
so next foul by Pinkerton. Both teams will be in the 1-and-1 for the next 2 minutes.
Gemma Panarin is now back in the game for the Grizzlies. To Ruggiero to Winterburn. It went off the backboard.
That was not a well-balanced shot, though, unfortunately. She
Didn't have her
didn't
feet
set. Right.
Lavoie got it hit away by
That's it. Bring it back.
Ruggiero.
Bring it back
Ruggiero
out.
slows it down. Meredith Winterburn underneath. And that was a nice
But
block
I didn't
by
like that
Lassisi.
either. That was a 2-on-4.
So Fellini with the ball now. To
Minute and
Lassisi.
37 in the second.
Lassisi trying to go in on Meredith.
Long three. In and out.
In and out, yep.
Tough one.
Sasso now with the ball. Sasso works it down for the Grizzlies on Fellini. Around her. And she drew the foul.
Honestly, you didn't call that all game.
Well, that's the problem with inconsistency. You just want to see him consistent.
I'm just saying, like, that was no more than what others have done.
Oh, that was much less.
Yeah, much less,
Many
I'd say,
teams,
yeah.
I agree.
So Sasso will go to line shooting 2.
So, and it's going to be important for the Grizzlies to capitalize when they get a chance on the line.
Woohoo!
And Maggie does.
So Sasso, that one was fighting.
Ava Winterburn's going to come back in for Maggie Sasso right after this shot. So Sasso put it up, and that's good. 27-21. 6-point lead for the Grizzlies.
Minute 23 to go until the half.
And you have Leonard now working it down for the Astros on Ruggiero.
So they're doing that high screen pick and roll type action.
And they feed Lavoie underneath.
But nice collapsing defense by Foreman and Ruggiero.
And Winterburn came down with the rebound. Winterburn out to her sister Meredith, who takes a long three off the rim. Hit away by Gemma Panarin. That's going to be a jump ball. Good hustle by Gemma.
Jump ball. Okay.
Yep. Good hustle by Gemma.
It's a jump ball. I want to see Foreman, like, on that one, like, just try to get in there a little bit more, because she was really close to the ball.
So you got Leonard now with the ball. Intercepted by, she tried to feed Lavoie, but Ava Winterburn was right there to intercept the pass. Winterburn now works it in underneath.
No, she's not making these easies. Yeah.
I got Dupuis and
Winterburn. Foul on Winterburn. So this is what you don't want. Okay? So she misses the layup, and then
she gets the foul.
She gets a foul, and that's her second. You want to take her out of this game right now. So you do want, if you're Coach Lorgy, you want her out in these last 40. You don't want her picking up third foul. Unless she's disciplined enough. Now it's a 1-and-1. I forgot about that.
Yeah. So you got Dupuis going to the line for the Astros with 41 seconds to go. And she missed it. So the rebound, again,
slow it up
came down
because you don't even have all your
All you
players.
need is one shot. All you need is one shot here. So take your time. Ruggiero, she looks around and calls out a play. Ruggiero to Meredith Winterburn. Meredith kind of looks around, back to Ruggiero. Over to Ava Winterburn now.
21 seconds, Bob.
Caroline Foreman. Back to Ava Winterburn with Lavoie on her. She's staying within an arm's length the whole time.
All right, I know.
Meredith Winterburn now. Nice screen by Ava, and they finally call the foul on Dupuis. Ava takes another hit, goes to the court again. She's been down a few times, but she'll also go to the line now.
So this will be a 1-and-1 for Winterburn with 9 seconds until the half. Goffstown leads 27-21. Got to get the rebounds if you're Pinkerton.
Sink this one. That'll give her another opportunity. 28-21. The lead expands to 7. Winterburn with a chance to bring it up to 8. And there it is. She does it.
So now, again, you want to play tight defense, but no
Leonard.
cheapy fouls here. No bad fouls.
Over to Lavoie. They're going to give her the 3, and she hit it again. She's burned them now at the end of the first quarter, the end of the second quarter. She's got it twice.
That was who?
Lavoie. Number 23, Lavoie.
That was Lavoie? Oh.
Yeah.
So, Bob, a 5-point lead for the Grizzlies, and I think that overall both these teams have played really well. I got to give the edge this last quarter to Pinkerton in terms of their level of intensity. They've kind of stepped it up. They've also been a lot more physical.
Yes.
And I think
clearly.
I think it's kind of taken the Grizzlies off guard a little bit. But I'm curious. I really am curious to be in that locker room right now to see what Largy has to say to them, because they do have to step up that level of physicality in order to compete here.
Well, that's the thing, and all year long, it's going to be sort of the not just the physical discipline, but the emotional discipline of the Grizzlies. To realize that they're going to take some of these fouls to sort of absorb them and then come right back. It hasn't always been easy to do this, but they've come out on top more often than not. Overall, though, I think I like the Grizzlies' play right now. They're playing pretty aggressive. I thought in that second quarter, as you noted, that some of those shots that were going in the first quarter, we just weren't sinking them in the second.
Yeah, and also let's put stuff in reality here. They scored 21 points in the first quarter. They only put up 8 points, and of those 8 points, Sasso had 4 and Winterburn had 4. And when you take a look at the shots, right? Winterburn missed a couple of layups, which is uncharacteristic, and then we missed a lot of open jump shots in that second quarter. So basketball is a game of feast and famine. I think Goffstown clearly had a lot of those shots fall in the first quarter. They didn't fall in the second. So.
We're going to take a quick break here, and we will be back for second half action in just a few minutes.
You're watching Grizzly Basketball.
Taking our only shine. On a tightrope, we're surviving. Yeah. Trying to make it to a new horizon. This moment feels so cutthroat. So cutthroat. The stakes get so much higher when it's so late on the line. But we don't feel no fear. We ain't got no kryptonite. We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shine. Make it, you better remember that only the strongest survive. Give it your all and be willing to die for the reason that you are alive. Answer the call when you get it, or all you gon' be is to be left behind. It's see is believing, don't leave them a reason to leave. Leave it all on the line. Ain't about to buy what they selling me. No time for the lies that they telling me. Not waiting for handouts, I know where I'm going. I'm leading the charge like a felony. So let the haters keep spitting that venom and thinking it cuts like a knife. They fueling the fire, the passion's ignited. Can't stop me from shining, cause now is my time. We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shot.
At the Grizzly Den, where the Lady Grizzlies they're clinging, I think it's fair to say after the second quarter, to a 5-point lead, Mr. Gross. And we are going to have to start hitting more shots than we did in the second, probably in the first. Similar to what we did in the first, I think, to get back into this game.
You know, it's, Goffstown, Bob, when you look at the stat sheet, they've got to find a way to kind of slow down Elizabeth Lavoie. I think she's got at least 15 points. I don't think I've been accurate in terms of keeping track. But other than that, she's their primary offensive workhorse. Goffstown's had very balanced scoring. Sasso 10, Ava Ruggiero 8, Ava Winterburn 9. And so I think, can you stop Elizabeth Lavoie? And can you get Ava Winterburn more active in the offense?
More shots, yeah.
More shots. She's setting a ton of screens up top.
Ruggiero to Sasso underneath,
That's
where
short.
Winterburn takes a short three.
And Lavoie was right on her on that particular one. And that's going to be out of bounds. An unforced error there by the Pinkerton Astros.
Yeah,
Goffstown will inbound.
Leonard tried to hit Brooke Benz, and that went just wide.
So I think, from what I saw, so Maggie Sasso has had some really good opportunities where she's driving the lane and drawing fouls. So I think you want to kind of keep that up.
Ruggiero with the ball, goes underneath, throws it out to Ava Winterburn. And Winterburn gets it underneath the Vaughn.
Beautiful.
And that was slapped
Block
down
shot.
by Dupuis. So
Beautiful job by Dupuis. But you know what? You got to keep going, you know.
Ruggiero to Sasso.
No.
And that's just wide. Vaughn tried to keep that in. but
And
that
that'll
went
be
out
Astros
off
ball,
Vaughn,
Bob.
yep. So that was a turnover. That's what it amounts to. So LeBron inbound this to Leonard. Leonard now for the Astros, working in on Ruggiero. Ruggiero trying to keep her to the outside. Over to Benz.
We have a
Benz,
travel.
yeah, and she did travel. She
Yeah.
had it up high. So Maggie Sasso now is going to inbound this for the Grizzlies over to Ruggiero.
Crowd has filled in, as
It
you can
has
see
filled
from
in.
your camera shot.
And Sasso
Nice back
underneath
door.
to Winterburn.
Beautiful
And Winterburn
back
got that
door.
one. That was a
Yeah.
nice pass by Sasso. Good complete by
Right,
Ava.
because they faked it, and then she went to the hoop.
So Leonard now with the ball on Ruggiero. Out to Benz. Benz tries to go in on Vaughn. Kicks it out to Dupuis. Dupuis takes a shot. A little too much on it. Went to Sasso. Sends Winterburn on a breakaway.
See,
Over to
I'm sorry,
Ruggiero.
but Winterburn has to go up on that shot. You know, like she does.
Probably. She had
Yeah.
the better. She was closer. She had the better shot.
And there was no angle for Ava Ruggiero on that one.
Sasso now with the ball. Goes up underneath.
foul.
She's fouled by Leonard. That's going to be her.
But this is what I was
Fourth,
saying
I think?
before. 12.
I want to say it's
It's her third.
that's her third. I was going to say
But-
it's at least that.
This is what Sasso did in the first half, right? She drives the lane and she picks up a foul.
So here's Sasso. And she just missed the first one. The lead for the Grizzlies is 7.
As you were mentioning, they're all wearing the same pink footwear.
Yes, the starters do that. Maggie Sasso hit the second one. Leads up to 8.
I want to see what they're going to do to try to slow down Lavoie.
Leonard with the ball now.
Now you have a mismatch
She has
down
nowhere
low.
to throw it. Nope.
You
The
got-
boy came out.
You got a
it.
big mismatch.
And you got Benz to Leonard. Leonard takes a long 3 just off the rim.
That's a foul. My God,
Yeah.
she got hit right in the face.
Winterburn came down with it. Over to Ruggiero to Meredith Winterburn. Out to Ava. Out to Ruggiero's taking a 3.
And she
hit
makes
another
it.
one. That's her third 3, right?
It is.
So 3 threes for Ava
But
Ruggiero on her
nice
birthday.
patience, Bob, by the Grizzlies. You know, they passed the ball around 3-4 times before they had Ruggiero for an open 3.
Lavoie now with the Astros. Over to Leonard. Leonard cuts in
Good hands there by, that'll be a jump ball.
by Ava and Meredith and Sasso. All get in there.
Are we sure that it's theirs? Because last time it was their ball. Are we sure on that? That it's, okay.
I'm not.
The last time in the first half, it was Pinkerton's ball on the jump. I don't think anybody changed the.
So Lavoie now with the ball.
That's a foul on. Oh, a travel.
We'll take it.
You will.
We'll take the travel. Ruggiero now is going to inbound this for the Grizzlies. Over to Sasso. Sasso now with the ball to Ava Winterburn. Takes a long 3. And she arced that right in. That was a nice shot. Clean shot. You give Winterburn an open look, she's going to get it more often than not. Now Dupuis with the ball. Dupuis to Knight. Knight for the Astros goes up underneath and she jumps all over Ruggiero's back. No call, but Meredith Winterburn now works her way down the court.
Okay,
over
be
to Maggie
patient if you're the
Sasso.
Grizzlies, you know.
Sasso takes a long 2, and that was kept in by. Well, the Grizzlies got the rebound. Vaughn underneath. Nice hook.
And timeout if you're Pinkerton. Goffstown now with a 16-point lead. Came out gangbusters.
Third quarter, they opened it up, and that's
So again, I checked with the official scorers, and they're saying that I was correct. That so now Goffstown will have 2 possessions in a row, or how's that work, or no?
Just one.
Okay.
It was not a change of possession.
Right.
That's why it was wrong.
Okay.
So what's that mean?
No,
They
what-
can't make it up.
No, what that means is it was incorrect. So
Right.
it should have been Goffstown's ball.
Right.
So now the next one will be Goffstown's ball, but it already happened.
It already
so-
would have been Goffstown's ball. Even if it wasn't a mistake, it would go to Goffstown next anyway.
So
They're not going to get it for 2 in a row, though.
Ruggiero on her birthday, 3 3-pointers, and these are like rainbow threes. I mean,
Yes.
these are, right? These
yeah.
things are almost hitting the rafters. The truss system at Goffstown High School.
It's a good thing it's high.
Yeah. So here comes Lavoie, and she's got to get into the flow here. And they're setting a screen for her. Pick and roll. Nice job.
Yep, as Knight went in for that, and she just missed, and Ava Winterburn came down with the rebound, down to Ruggiero,
almost a double dribble
out to
there.
Winterburn, back out to Ruggiero, another open 3. She hits another
another
one.
one.
All right, the birthday girl does it again. Woo! Ava Ruggiero, she is on fire tonight. So now you got Dupuis over to LeBrun. LeBrun out to Dupuis.
Again, Goffstown, just play within yourselves here.
Over to Benz. Benz tries to cut in, and Ruggiero kicks it out to Lavoie.
What a
Lavoie
shot.
took another shot, but it was a 2. Top of the circle. Maggie Sasso now.
Lavoie is smooth.
She is. And like you said, if they shut down Lavoie, they virtually stop the scoring for the Astros.
No
Winterburn
way.
takes another
Oh my
3 and
God.
hit it. And here goes Ava Winterburn. It's on fire now.
That is the fourth three-pointer for Goffstown this quarter.
Now you got
Nice
Lavoie.
screen.
And intercepted by Ruggiero. What a play. And she's sending Meredith Winterburn down the court
Gotta hold on to it.
Benz.
Bring it out.
Meredith backs out to her sister Ava. Over to Vaughn. Vaughn works it in to Dupuis, and she tried to throw one underneath to Ava.
And she turns it over.
Ava did tonight. Now to Lavoie coming in at Ruggiero.
Oh, what a beautiful play by Lavoie.
Yes, I know, but Ruggiero just went in there and took that charge.
She didn't take a charge. It was
Wow.
a blocking foul, but Lavoie, man, that was great body control.
She tried to go in and set her feet.
You got to call that what that is. That was awesome. I don't know if we saw a replay on that, but
Yeah, we'll get
you
a
got to
replay.
give
We'll do a
Elizabeth
replay on
Lavoie
that.
a ton of credit on that.
Here it comes. Here comes the replay. So this is the. No, that was the Grizzly one. So here we go. We have what is Lavoie on the line or what's going on? So there seems to be a little dispute here. Oh, there it was. So what is this? Are they calling a foul or not?
Naomi, do you have us at 28 points?
Are we at 28 for the Astros? Astros are
So
crushing.
this was a foul before? I'm confused. That was a N1. Is that an N1 or not? That's an N1. That was an N1, Bob, in my opinion. I mean, I think she fouled her. That basket should count.
So 29.
So that would be Ruggiero's first foul. And
And Lavoie will go to the line
the
and
refs
try to
are-
make this a
you know, a
three-point
good job
play.
by the refs sorting this stuff out. You know, I mean,
At least they're,
I still have a question.
at least they're talking about it, but there's still some questions here.
No, I have a question. I'll take this question.
So there seems to be a questioning here. So basically 46 to 29. And Lavoie is going to go to the line, get a chance to bring the Astros within 16. So it should be 28. 28.
Good now?
you got to change on the scoreboard. Yeah.
It's 28.
I'll get it. I got it.
So there seems to be some scoreboard problems
go.
here.
There we go.
There we go. Okay. The accurate score
So
is 46 to 28.
I feel bad for
Grizzlies.
Elizabeth Lavoie. I mean, she's been sitting at that free throw line for about an hour now.
Talk about icing a kicker. Huh?
Yeah.
Now we're icing the shooter. And of course, everybody's in a hurry to get the game done so they could get home before the snowstorm hits. That's the reason for this game being earlier than normal. Ava Ruggiero with the ball now. Brings it over
Again,
midcourt.
Goffstown just needs to be patient on their offensive sets.
Over to Sasso. Sasso's trying to work it in. What a nice
Oh,
play.
but she
A
couldn't
nice,
finish.
nice spin, but
Oh,
didn't
trouble
quite-
here.
Yep, you got Dupuis coming in. Oh, I think she's passed that a little too late. She dropped it off to LeBron, and
She also got a little bit of that.
well, I know, but she also it's a question of feeding her in
Yeah,
too low.
yeah, I
I
hear
think
you.
she was too close to the basket, and there was a little chippiness, but it's been going that way the whole game. Again, consistency. Maggie Sasso now with the ball out to Vaughn in Vaughn's corner. Vaughn takes a nice long three, just missed that one. Benz comes down with it for the Astros. So now you've got LeBron over to Dupuis, back to Lavoie. Lavoie taking
Good defense
a two
there by
off the rim.
Goffstown.
Meredith Winterburn.
It's
I think
Goffstown's ball. Oh, no.
Yeah,
They are
I
not-
do think it went off Meredith. I think Meredith was the last one to touch that.
So now Foreman will come in for
For
Vaughn.
Vaughn. So you're going to have Leonard now inbound this. Or no, LeBron is inbounding this.
And a steal by Ruggiero.
Ava Winterburn to Meredith
Again.
Winterburn. Over to Ruggiero.
Had Foreman open in the corner.
Ruggiero
That's a
kinda hit by
foul.
Leonard.
Yep, on 13.
Now they're calling Ava
12?
Winterburn for a block. On, that was a lousy call. They're calling her for a block on Leonard
That was
because
a-
Leonard was going in.
Wow.
I thought it was lousy.
That was not a good call, my friend. But
Yeah, we've been kind of robbed when it comes to the calls.
2.5 minutes to
46-29.
go.
Lavoie now coming in, and again, it's about if you keep Lavoie off the scoreboard, there's no way the Grizzlies
Nice
lose.
job by Winterburn.
Yep, she
Got a
was the
hand
last
in
one to
there.
hit it,
Yep.
so it'll still stay Astros ball.
The last 3-4 minutes, Bob, this has been a very disjointed effort by both squads. You know, it's just like they're just not in the flow.
Well,
And maybe that's good defense on both teams. I don't know, but
well, a little bit of that, but I think
Yeah.
a lot of that is due to some of the calls. I mean,
Yeah.
we've been getting some sporadic whistles and calls that should have been made that weren't, and other calls that shouldn't have been made that were.
pass.
Winterburn to Foreman to Ruggiero, out to
Sasso should
Sasso.
just take it to the hole.
I think they should just
That's
slow
a
it down,
foul.
and she did take it to the hole.
I love that.
So no basket, but a call on Knight.
That's her first.
Knight for the Astros, so this will remain Grizzlies ball. I think the Grizzlies should just basically offensively get it to slow it down. Pass the ball around, play a
Well-
little bit of keep away, and then set up one good shot. Don't take these crazy shots.
I agree.
Ruggiero now with the ball. Work the clock. Work the clock. Sasso works it in. Foreman right underneath, wide open. Caroline just missed that off the rim.
That's got to be like
Over
the,
to Dupuis.
the fourth or fifth one that we've missed, unfortunately.
Dupuis to Lavoie. Lavoie now coming in on two Grizzlies. She
Slow it
bounced
up.
it off with the
Slow it up.
Meredith. Winterburn to Ruggiero. Ruggiero put another one
All
up. Again, we're rushing the shots. We got to slow this down.
I agree.
Lavoie coming in. Knocks down Ruggiero. Dupuis right there to get the rebound
Slow
and put it
it
back
down.
up.
Good job by Coach
Largy
on that one.
taking-
I mean, you're up by
take-
17 points, right?
Right, and we're rushing shots.
And you don't need to do that.
Right, yep.
So who made that last bucket? That was
Dupuis.
Dupuis, right?
Dupuis got
Yeah.
the rebound, yep. So, yep.
And listen, I don't think anybody wants to see a basketball game, Bob, where there's no shot clock, right? In high school and in New Hampshire, nobody wants to see someone like just stall for an entire quarter. But when you're up by that amount, you know, I do think you want to, like you said before, get a really good shot. Don't shoot the ball after 6 seconds, you know.
Yeah, no willy-nilly shots. I mean, unless you're wide open. I mean, at this point, when you get this kind of lead, you don't even really want to take the threes.
Well,
I
but
mean,
this is an
unless, like I said,
opportunity
unless
where
you're wide
you
open.
can, you know, spend 30 seconds, pass the ball around, and then take a shot.
Correct. Ruggiero now to Sasso. So we'll see if Largy slowed him down a little bit.
Not really.
Sasso to Foreman.
There you go.
Foreman holds it up to Ava Winterburn is going in.
She's trapped.
She looked pretty determined. Ruggiero's taking a long three. This
Oh
is her
my
fifth.
God.
5 threes. This has got to be an all-time high for Ruggiero.
Her 18th birthday, 5 threes.
15 points. Well, she also got a couple, so she must have more than 15 points.
Here comes a
Lavoie
three.
takes a long three. Just off
Rebound
the back
by
rim.
Foreman.
Foreman got the
I
rebound.
love how Foreman just keeps that ball. You know, she doesn't let anybody get him and steal it from her.
That's right. She turned around, tucked
Yeah, and
it
you
in.
got,
Winterburn
she got pushed
She
by
got
Lavoie,
fouled.
I think.
by 23 left.
Think.
It will be against Lavoie.
Yeah, with a push.
Yep. So Ruggiero now is going to inbound this. So Grizzlies with control. 34
Again,
seconds.
use
Just
all the
slow the
clock,
clock.
right.
Use all 34 seconds if you can. Meredith Winterburn to Ruggiero. Ruggiero up top, slowing it down. Ava Winterburn to her sister Meredith. Meredith
Looks like
now.
that's what they're trying to do, Bob.
Yep. Meredith is just up high. Over
20
to Ava.
seconds left.
Ava's slowing down.
Oh, that's oh my God! How do you not call that?
Two girls go down. Lavoie ends up. And
How do you not call that?
the officiating has been very inconsistent the last few games. It's weird because it was good all season until the last couple of weeks.
She got fouled with 1 second to go. But how do
And
you
you know
not-
what? I didn't even think that was that much compared to what they've let go. 25 Dupuis, so that'll put Ruggiero on the line. But again, here, end of the quarter heroics by Lavoie. She's done that all 3 quarters. But no, there should have been a call. I don't know why there wasn't. Ruggiero gets her first. 1 second to go. 50-33, 17-point lead for the Grizzlies. Ruggiero puts it up again. 18, she sunk them both. 1 second to go. Ruggiero did an interception here anyway, so that'll end the quarter.
So, Bob, 51 to 33 lead. You got an 18-point lead, if my math is correct.
Yes.
And we got Al Halpern, who is a retired math teacher, so he
And
confirmed my mathematics.
he's sitting there nodding.
So,
Yeah.
and he's saying, my God, if Gross did not get that math right, he's the guy doing all the money in the schools. But anyway, that being the case, 18-point lead, there is not one single period where, you know, the Pinkerton Astros have gotten 18 points. So if you're Goffstown, I'm not saying that you want to completely slow this thing down, but it's 8 minutes. Use 30 seconds every possession.
Pretty
you know?
much,
And
yes.
if you use 30 seconds every, you know, again, you do the math, all you have to do is score maybe 6 times, you know, six points, and you will win the game if
Right.
you do that. Again, this is not Calc 3, right? This is not differential
It's not
equations.
advanced mathematics. That's true. But you need the consistency
Yeah.
from the Grizzlies.
As
And
Al Halpern said, you don't need an actuarial science degree to figure this one out. I mean, you got to just do what you're doing. And now we got a new player in for Goffstown, number 5.
that's O'Brien.
Yep, Shannon O'Brien.
Yep. So Shannon. So they're gonna work it off the bench, and she took the place of Ruggiero. And no, not Ruggiero. Who's out? Let's see. You got Vaughn, Ruggiero,
Meredith
Winterburn.
Which is odd because
You got Maggie Sasso and
Right.
Meredith Winterburn are sitting, and you're working in Caroline Foreman and Shannon O'Brien.
Again, Goffstown wants to be patient with the
Ava
ball.
Vaughn
and
took a
that's
long
it.
three, and she
I
hit
mean,
it.
that's just
When you hit it, you can't complain, but that's true.
That's craziness, but you don't need that, you know?
Yeah, you want to work the clock. Oh, Ava Winterburn, good play on Lavoie. She hit that ball away.
She's gonna
Lavoie
take it right
again
to the hole.
trying to take it
And a
underneath.
foul by-
And she traveled. No foul. It was a travel. It was a travel before it was a foul.
Bob, you're so generous.
But like I said, the
You're so generous.
officiating
Only
has
we'll
been
see this.
very inconsistent. See, she
Oh,
traveled
yeah,
before
yeah,
she
yeah.
fouled.
Okay, I'm
See?
wrong.
I'm more than generous. I'm very knowledgeable. You know what it is? I've learned a lot from Rob, believe it or not. Rob's a very smart guy. So Maggie Sasso's coming in for Ava Winterburn. Ruggiero's going to inbound this
Again,
over to
you want
Sasso.
to use time here, so if you're Sasso, you don't need to put up any quick shots.
Same thing for Vaughn.
Yeah.
Vaughn to Ruggiero. Take your time, Ava. Ava to Vaughn.
She was about to shoot that, you know.
She was, but she held it off. Caroline Foreman now to Sasso. Sasso back out to Ruggiero. This is good. This is good.
I agree.
Ruggiero now went underneath. Beautiful screen by Shannon O'Brien. She set that up for Ava. allowing her to squirt it inside and got underneath the basket and put another one up. She's got to be up to 20, right? She hit.
Yeah.
She's hit 5 3-pointers.
She is. She's over.
And she's hit a couple of fouls. So, I mean, this is probably an all-time high for her, I think.
It's one of her best. Ooh, she had a steal.
Yeah, that was Leonard got the ball and sent it into Cece out to Lavoie. Lavoie takes a long three and just missed. Ruggiero now with the ball.
Ooh, she almost traveled.
Yeah, I know. I think she thinks she did. She did travel. So the coach is not very happy with the ref. Vaughn now with the ball. Vaughn
Nice crossover.
now with Dupuis all over her. Vaughn goes in.
Oh,
That
she
was
got
hit away by
swatted.
Lavoie. Yeah, that was just whacked
But I
down.
like Vaughn's aggressiveness.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
She took that and charged right up underneath. So it'll remain Grizzly ball. Now
again,
down
if
to
you're
6
if you're
minutes.
the Grizzlies, Bob, again, just use some clock here. You don't need.
Maggie Sasso got that underneath, put it up, just missed going in. Vaughn
Vaughn
goes
gets
in.
a foul on that one. 21, that's her second.
It was unnecessary for her, but she
Well,
had fouls to give.
You don't mind aggressiveness, but one thing that you don't want to do is you don't want to get into the penalty if you're Goffstown, because then you're going to, every time you foul, you're going to put them on the free throw line. You
Right.
slow the game up.
Correct. You slow the game down and give them opportunities to score. So you
up by-
have Leonard now with the ball, working in on Ruggiero. And that's out the
Nice
Lavoie.
job by Lavoie. Beautiful pass.
Over to Dupuis, and Dupuis put it up under the basket. Again, the Grizzlies here just got to slow this down. 35 to 56, 21-point lead. No reason to rush anything. Out to Vaughn.
You should continue to do that weave, you know? Continue to do the weave.
Vaughn to Ruggiero. And Ruggiero with the ball. Leonard on her. Ruggiero throws it underneath the Sasso. Out to Shannon O'Brien, who took
I
a
like
shot.
that shot, though. It's a push on Ruggiero. Again, but here's what we're doing.
So it's going to be Leonard, I think?
No, it's on.
Is it going to be on Ruggiero? It's white three.
Right,
So it's on
Ruggiero.
Ruggiero.
But again,
Foreman comes
Use-
out, and
use the clock. You know?
Meredith Winterburn's back in. So basically, we got 4 of the 5 starters. Ava Winterburn still on the bench. Leonard out to Lavoie. Lavoie trying to work it in. She sends it into
Nice
Pelini.
defense there by
To
O'Brien,
Lavoie.
by the way.
Lavoie takes another 3, and she's not hitting him now. And Meredith Winterburn lets that go out of bounds.
Great defense by number 5 for Goffstown. Shannon O'Brien
Shannon,
moved
yep.
her feet really well. There was a pick and roll, and she quickly pivoted to the other offensive player. Nice job.
You got Ava Ruggiero now coming in on Leonard, and she looked like she was going to go in, but
Don't
picked
need
it up
that.
to Maggie Sasso. Sasso takes a shot, calling Leonard. That's got to be her 3rd or 4th.
23 is Lavoie.
12. 3rd
Yeah.
for Leonard.
Here's that replay.
12.
Yep. She came in on the back end, and Ruggiero will inbounds it.
Over to Sasso. Sasso out to O'Brien to
Gotta watch out
Ava
for that
Ruggiero.
5-second call.
Ruggiero works it out.
Oh,
Intercepted by Dupuis. Dupuis in the right place. Ruggiero tried to force one into Vaughn.
And don't foul on that.
Yep, and Lavoie laid it up. Again, we don't have to be in a position to try to make these hard passes.
Right.
Just make the easy passes and kill the clock.
You're up by 19 points with 4 minutes to go.
Ruggiero to Vaughn.
It's just keep the ball away at this point.
Right, to O'Brien, to Sasso. Ooh, almost a collision out there. Sasso
And you didn't
put one
even,
up.
you don't even,
Now she'll take a foul.
see, this is what we are intentionally slowing the game down
I'd
here.
like to see Largy take another timeout and tell
Yeah.
him again. 'Cause maybe he's doing it through the little delays, but
I think Maggie knew that as soon as she put that up. But again,
it's frustrating though. You gotta.
you're going to see Winterburn come back in the game.
Lavoie underneath. She goes up underneath and hooks one in.
Again, slow it down. 17-point lead, 4 minutes to go.
You'll see Abigail Astano make her first appearance of the night. Ruggiero
There you go.
to Meredith Winterburn. Meredith kicks it out to Ruggiero. Ruggiero's going to take
You don't
another
need
3.
that. You don't
Oh.
need that, though. Come
To
on, guys.
Lavoie. Lavoie's going right down the court, sends it into Leonard, a little bit into her feet, out to
I
Polini.
call a timeout if I'm Largy.
I
you
said
really
that.
do.
And there's a nice
my
arcing
God.
three by Lavoie, 42-56.
I mean, you're almost giving him this game.
We were
in a way.
21 points ahead,
Yeah.
so they cut
Well,
into the lead a little bit in
But
the
you
last
do not
30,
need
40
to
seconds.
put up 3-pointers, okay? You don't.
Well, we don't need to shoot so quick.
Yeah.
That's for sure. So we have to offensively just slow this game down, and basically
But
they'll
here's
win it.
Here's the other dilemma, okay? You had a couple of unfortunate fouls, right? So now we got 5 team fouls. 2 more, you're in the 1-and-1, and then you're stopping the clock. So you got to be mindful of that. If you're Pinkerton, you're going to get into a position pretty soon where you're going to have to start fouling.
Right.
And putting Goffstown on the line to
Yeah,
slow
because
that game
they're
down.
one away from going on.
But you were up by over 21 points.
21
right?
points was
21
the highest
points.
lead.
Now it's 7. Now it's what? 16. So 14, I should say. So it's
They've cut into it by 7 points.
Yeah.
So, and you have Lavoie. You can't give Lavoie open threes. That's really the difference right there.
the other thing too is like I know Coach Largy. At some point, he was trying to get playing time in, which is good, but you gotta get this thing in the books.
Abigail Estano is is making her first appearance at tonight's game. Ruggiero now with the ball. Over to Ava Winterburn. Winterburn to Maggie Sasso. Again, just take your time, girls. Out to Winterburn. Winterburn almost lost it. Turned around, took a shot.
Did we need that one? You know what I'm saying? That was not even 20 seconds.
We should have passed it more, yes. So Leonard now.
Again, stay on
Out
Lavoie.
to Lavoie. You got 2 Grizzlies on her. Kick that out to Polini. Now Dupuis takes a 3. And she hit it. So 45-56, 11-point difference. You got Vaughn coming back in the game.
Yeah, you got to put your starters back on the court here.
Maggie Sasso.
Again, you don't need to.
Abigail
Oh my
Estano,
goodness!
and that's a travel. Yeah. So that'll put all 5 Grizzly starters back on the court.
Yeah, I mean,
So now you got Leonard coming down with an 11-point lead. Grizzlies are clinging again. They played a good first quarter, good third quarter. Second was very shaky,
Yeah, but
and so far in the fourth, we started out good, but slowing down. Lavoie, beautiful play. She got another basket. So Lavoie's sort of on fire
slow
here.
this thing down. 9-point lead. Let them come to you. They'll have to foul you, okay?
Right.
Just keep the ball away.
Ava
This is-
Winterburn with the ball
This is not a complicated pattern here.
to Sasso.
Okay, bring it back out.
Sasso now. The key is don't put it up.
That's it.
No,
You
Vaughn.
don't need that.
Yep,
You don't
she took a
need that.
three and missed. Sasso trying to go for the rebound.
I don't
now
understand.
Lavoie's got the ball.
I don't understand
We're
what
under
they're
2
doing.
minutes to go.
I honestly don't.
And, Ruggiero, with
gotta
the
look
help
up.
of Ava Winterburn, made a steal.
And now that's their
foul
7th
for
foul. She'll
Benz.
go to the line.
So, 2-3. That's on Lavoie. That's her 4th.
But
So-
you don't need a 3, Bob.
We don't
You
need any
don't.
shots. Guess it's easier said than done. If you're
But
wide
you don't-
open, they're
But
going to
you
take
don't.
them.
But that's coaching, right?
Ruggiero put one up. Another basket. She's over.
Hold
20?
on. She had 8, 14.
Well, we know she had 5 threes.
Hold
That's
on.
15 right there.
22, roughly. She missed that one. Oh my
Timeout,
God.
Astros. She called timeout 5 times.
She called timeout 17 times.
So at least 8 seconds ago.
Yeah. So Goffstown has 1 foul to give. So you will foul on like a
10-point lead.
If you get totally beat, you foul, right? So before they go up for the basket, but you do have 1 foul to give. And you got to give credit to this Pinkerton team. I mean, they were down by 21 points with about 5 to 6 minutes left in the game,
Right.
And they have cut it. They cut it to as low as 8 or 9.
Yes, they could have mailed it in, and they're down.
They
it's a 10-point
did not.
difference now.
And the other, the challenging thing for Goffstown, quite honestly, is that they had the ability to use clock And, you know, rather than put shot, you don't need points when you're up by 21 points. You just need good shots and obviously use some clock up.
Exactly. And I'm sure that's what Coach Largy's telling them now.
So Pinkerton is probably going to be in a position where it's going to be score and then foul.
Foul, yeah.
Right.
You got all 5 starters
Right.
for the Grizzlies back out there.
Got to
now.
wait.
You got Dupuy's going to inbound this.
They got to wait until the clock readjusts. Minute 42 left in the game. Goffstown with a 10-point lead, and you got to watch. You know, Liz Lavoie cannot be the one who beats you here. Let somebody else beat you.
Well, yep, and Lavoie with the ball now.
If that means that you double team, then do not let Liz Lavoie beat you.
Oh, Benz with the ball underneath.
And then you leave her open.
Lavoie was wide open up top.
Hold the ball.
Just missed it.
And that's a foul on 12.
Leonard, that'll be her 4th. Maybe her 5th.
That's her 5th. She's out.
So she's out. That'll put LeBrun back in.
So they'll get a little bit more time to see who their sub will be. This is a 1-and-1 situation for Vaughn. Important free throw, Bob.
Yep.
Nope.
Ava now a couple games in a row have hit some very important threes for us. Missed that foul shot. Lavoie coming in on it.
Again, you got to stay on her. Do not give her any open shots.
Yep.
Don't let her beat you.
And Ava Winterburn staying on her.
She traveled. Yep.
She did travel.
Great job by Ava Winterburn defensively on that one. She
Didn't give her nowhere to go.
Her, yeah. So again, they're going to have to foul.
Sasso with the ball.
That's a foul right there, 31.
And beside Ava Winterburn, Sasso's our best shooter, so that's who you want to. If you're the Grizzlies, that's who you want.
So this is
that
the last 1-and-1 for Goffstown. After that, the next foul will be a double bonus.
So,
and now, if you're Pinkerton, you got to start putting up threes.
right. So Sasso will have a chance to make this an 11-point game for the Grizzlies.
She does.
She does it. So she'll get a.
She's got 12 points in the game.
She'll get a chance to make it 12 points.
12-point lead, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
12-point lead. And her 13th point of the game.
And
And
she
just
misses
missed
that
that
one.
Okay, Polini with the ball.
Again, no threes.
Over to Lavoie.
No threes.
Polini to Lavoie. Oh, Lavoie put up another 3. Boy, she's really good.
You know, I think she scored 30 points tonight.
Meredith Winterburn takes the foul
Hold
now.
on a second here. 15.
21, which is Benz. So that's Brooke Benz.
She's got more than 32 points. Again, I don't. That's unofficial. Lavoie.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
surprised. She's been hitting a lot of threes. Well, so you look at that with that. I mean, that's 2/3 of the Astros scoring.
You know, Goffstown was unbelievable on the free throw line in the first half, and they have not been so believable on the
In the second half. Yeah. So Meredith will take her second shot.
And she
She
misses.
misses
Oh
that
boy.
one. Oh, Vaughn went up there.
No, that's a jump ball. if
Yeah, that
anything.
should be a jump ball, not a travel. But if he calls a travel, it's going to be
On who?
on the Astros. I don't like that call.
I don't like that call either. If anything, that's a jump ball.
Yeah, that's a jump ball. Ruggiero. Vaughn.
You don't
Vaughn
need it.
underneath.
You don't need the
Winterburn,
shot.
Meredith Winterburn, and she was hugged by Brooke
Yeah.
Benz. So that'll put Meredith back on the line. So 46 seconds to go here. It's just going to be about killing the clock. It's only an 8-point lead.
I know
How did that happen?
That's what I'm saying. How that happened. It happens when you,
Give up threes.
yeah, and you miss free throws like this. So you're basically keeping. We have been keeping this game going.
Close. Yeah, we're making it a
We
little
have
harder.
missed 4 free throws in this quarter alone.
Feels like we missed more than that.
It's another one.
No, Meredith got that one. 9-point lead.
Three
No fouls.
possession. It's
Now
a 3
no
possession
fouls.
game. No threes. That's it.
Don't let him take threes. That's Polini. She hit it. So 53-59. Leads down to 6. Vaughn now with the ball.
Oh
Vaughn
my God.
tried to feed Ava Winterburn. Now Lavoie takes another 3. Just wide. Ava Winterburn with the ball. Timeout, Coach Largy. A good timeout.
Before the foul.
Yeah. Well, I like the timeout.
6-point lead. Again, it's all about discipline, and you don't need to throw a full court pass on it.
Well,
And also, you got to give the ball to your guards.
we got to remember we started with a 21-point lead.
I know.
Here,
And now it's
just
6.
Just
So
like
they've
5 minutes ago in game
Yeah.
time, we were 21
Yeah.
points ahead.
Yeah. So you got to give the Pinkerton Astros just an unbelievable amount of credit for keep fighting and keep staying in this game. I mean, we were chatting before. It's a 3-possession game. So now Goffstown is going to presumably get fouled here. So you want to get this ball into Sasso's hands or Ruggiero.
Or Winterburn.
Yeah, I mean, I say
So
Sasso
you
and
go the
Ruggiero
foul.
because
They're the guards.
they're the guards for one, and secondly, they're your better free throw shooters. So, and the other thing too is let others be. Don't let Lavoie beat you. So if you double team her, let somebody else. I would say. Don't let Lavoie beat you, and don't let number 25. Don't let Kaylee Dupuis. She's a really good shooter. So you got to get this inbounds in.
Meredith Winterburn here. Over to Sasso,
Foul.
which is good.
Very quickly, which is smart.
So Polini fouled her.
So no, that's her 4th.
So Sasso will get 2 shots here.
But you got to hit these free throws. I mean, we've missed 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sasso at the foul line, 2 shots.
So, yeah, this is certainly more tense than it needed to be.
Exactly. This should not have been this nervous.
And Sasso hit the first one.
That's her 13th point.
7-point lead.
Okay, again, it's all about possessions now. So now it's a 3-possession game.
And Maggie hit the second one. That's what we needed. They finally got off that
Again,
free throw slump.
guard the 3. That's it. Guard the 3.
Lavoie with it now. Dupuis takes a long 3. That just missed. Ava Winterburn's got the rebound. She's fighting it out, though, with LeBron. And they're going to call foul on this.
They will, yeah, because from the back.
I thought it would look more like a jump ball to me, but okay.
No, because she got, I don't know if you can see it, but look. See from the behind?
Oh, yeah.
She
Okay.
got her from behind.
All right.
She grabbed her.
We'll take it. We'll take it. So Winterburn on the line.
There you
62 points. So now Ava will have an opportunity to bring this back up to a 10-point lead for the Grizzlies.
She quickly got to over 20 points in this game. In and out.
Yep. So it remains a 9-point lead. Dupuis with the ball. She kind of
that'll do it.
threw it away to Meredith Winterburn. Meredith back to Ava.
And that will do it.
And Ava's just going to kill the clock now. And this game will end with a score of 62 to 53.
And that's it.
I admire the Astros' effort, though. I thought they played a hell of a game. There were a couple opportunities, I think, that a lesser team would have quit.
I agree.
They could have quit, but they didn't.
I think that they should be super proud
Yeah,
of
these
themselves.
girls should be proud of themselves. Astros played a hell of a game. It's hard for them. The season's over. Grizzlies will move on. But again, this is 2 playoff games in a row they played. You admire the Grizzlies for winning. Championship teams find ways to win games.
They do.
However, they made both games harder on themselves than they needed to.
Yeah. And it's funny, Bob, because they had like a dominant, you said it, they had a dominant first quarter, dominant third quarter, second and fourth.
Yep, second and fourth were a little
Bit
off.
tough. So Ava Ruggiero clearly
arose.
Ava
Clearly
Ruggiero.
a
stud-like game. I mean, I liked every aspect of her game tonight.
Yep.
I mean, her shooting, unbelievable. Her defense, unbelievable. Just a very
and it's her birthday.
and it's her birthday. And then
Winterburn.
Winterburn, obviously, she was able to get it done.
With a little bit of a slow start for her,
Yes.
uncharacteristically, because we were about halfway through the first quarter and she still hadn't had a basket yet. But then when she started turning it on and hitting the shots and getting in a rhythm, and I think it's like you said too that they, Astros were obviously rightfully so keying on her.
Yeah.
When they started though getting more balls in her hand, she started to play much better.
And, Maggie Sasso, another player that I thought had a really good, she had a strong game. She
Very
was
steady.
able to dribble, penetrate, dish. She, in that first half, firstly, that first quarter, I mean, she drove to the hoop quite a bit and was able to then dish it out for people to get open jump shots. So strong game for the Grizzlies all around, and this was not an easy game. Pinkerton came out strong, and Bob, talk about resilience, right? You got to give those Astros a lot of credit.
A lot of credit. It was very good for them. So now, what happens now is we go to a neutral site game.
Yeah, you'll be playing the winner of Bishop Girton, and I'm trying to think. Oh boy,
Is it Portsmouth?
no,
No, because Bedford and Portsmouth are playing, right?
yeah, Dover, I think maybe,
Yeah.
and
Or Spalding.
yeah, no, I think it's Dover. So,
Okay.
so with that, you're going to interview people, right? You
Yes,
typically
we're gonna
that.
we're gonna do the rose between two thorns. This time Scott's gonna be
What?
a thorn. Yes, Scott's
A
new to
thorn?
this. Yes, you're a thorn. Well, Scott, you've been a thorn in most people's side for as long as I can remember. So this is actually very fitting. We will be doing interviews in just a few
right.
minutes. We're gonna have 2 interviews and then the coach's corner. So we'll be right back. Signing
right.
out now from the Grizzly Den.
tension is rising so thick we just might choke. But if we keep moving, it ain't us that's gonna wind up broke. Some people might think we're crazy, but crazy is all we've known. It's probably that they just ain't ready. That's why they're going up in smoke. We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shot. On a tightrope, we're surviving. Yeah. Trying to make it to a new horizon. This moment feels so cutthroat. So cutthroat. So cutthroat. The stakes get so much higher when it's so late on the line. But we don't feel no fear. We ain't got no kryptonite. We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shot. No, no. On a tightrope, we're surviving. Yeah. Trying to make it to a new horizon. This moment feels so cutthroat. So cutthroat.
If you're gonna make it, you better remember that only the strongest survive. Give it your all and be willing to die for the reason that you are alive. Answer the call when you get it, or all you gon' be is to be left behind. They see is believing, don't leave them a reason to leave. Leave it all on the line. Ain't about to buy what they selling me. No time for the lies that they telling me. Not waiting for handouts, I know where I'm going. I'm leading the charge like a felony. So let the haters keep spitting that venom and thinking it cuts like a knife. They fueling the fire, the passion's ignited. Can't stop me from shining, cause now is my time.
We're giving this all we've got. We're taking our only shot.
And hello, Grizzly Nation. We're back in the Grizzly Den, and with our Rose Between Two Thorns segment, and again getting a Rose have two playoff games in a row.
Yeah.
Miss Maggie Sasso, and Maggie, another outstanding game. And I find that when you're on and playing, the offense I feel is so much in control, and things are going so well. I thought the first quarter, unlike against Salem, we started on time. Second quarter, not as good. What was the game plan going in? What was the thought?
Our game plan, Our game plan going in was just to kind of move the ball around, make sure that everyone has a chance to score, and I think you see that on like the stats sheet, that everyone kind of got their chance to score and drive to the lane and kick it out.
Okay. Scott?
Yeah, I was going to say, Maggie, what impressed me the most of your play tonight was the fact that, you were able to drive through the lane, layups occasionally, but you dished out for your teammates to get 3-pointers. Is that kind of a strategy for the team?
Yeah, 100%. We actually have a drill in practice. It's called a kick-out drill, and we basically drive to the lane and then kick it out, and it's kind of just ingrained in me at this point. So
And it was funny because there was one that I remember. I don't know who it was, but you were going, and then one of our players came in and kind of screwed the whole thing up. I don't know, but it was pretty funny because your facial reaction was like, wait a second, something's not right.
Yeah.
So tonight's game, I noticed, I like I said, I was very happy because I was a little nervous about you girls being able to start on time, because the past couple of games we haven't really
Yeah,
started we
slow
started
start.
slow,
Yeah.
and we came back in the end.
Yeah.
Tonight I felt we started on time, but the second quarter it almost felt like the wind got knocked out of us. We were hitting almost everything in the first quarter. Second quarter, everybody kind of went cold at once. How do you explain why that happened?
I think honestly, like, we were just tired. Like, we have, I don't know if you guys noticed, but we're short 2 girls right now, and just
Penny and who else?
Penny and Morgan, which are usually
Morgan,
like
yep.
2 of the first couple of people off the bench, so we just didn't have as much of depth, and I think that affected us a little bit, but then we pulled it out in the end, so it ended up being okay.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about like the physicality of play because
Yeah.
there seemed to be a pretty physical game. I
Yeah.
think the refs let a lot go,
Especially in the second quarter.
But in that second quarter, it looked like our team was a little bit, not to say intimidated, but just kind of thrown around a little bit.
Yeah, I think sometimes we look for the call a little too much, and I think that's what happened to us in the second quarter. Once we chilled out, kind of figured out that sometimes the calls just aren't going to go away, we ended up executing.
You mentioned chilling out.
That's amazing. And you're so right. We got to do that.
Yeah.
Stop looking for the call. You know it ain't going to happen.
Yeah.
But you mentioned the word chill out, and I think when I watch you guys play this year, and I think of the term chill out, I think that's you. Because I think there's a couple of girls in the team that are really have poise, and they don't let stuff get to their head. Even if they miss a shot or they miss something, they just, okay. And you're one of them. And I think that's the type of leadership that the team needs because you're not going to get every call. You are going to miss an easy layup occasionally. Yeah. And if you get down, it's not good. So congratulations to you for another.
Thank you.
Your performance, I think, in the last half of the season has just been unbelievable.
Thank you.
If I'm watching you. And again, it's that poise, and it's just your balance on your jump shots and on your drives is the difference. You just have tremendous balance. You're not off kilter, and it's making you make a lot of shots. Yeah.
I appreciate that because throughout my years, I've always got down on myself when I miss a shot, and I still kind of do that. But now that you said that, you think I chill out, and I appreciate that. Really,
it's very noticeable on the court. You and the next person who'll be sitting
the
here,
second row, just
had a tremendous amount of poise. They don't, you don't get upset when a call doesn't go your way or you get knocked around.
Yeah.
Just get up and do it again.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No, I thought it was a nice, smooth performance, a nice, even performance. I think again we were dominating down low with the rebounds. I don't know what happened.
I have no idea what that was.
Yeah, somebody fell, maybe. I don't know. So as far as rebounding goes, I mean, was that a point of emphasis or with going into tonight's game?
Yeah, 100%. Rebounding, I think, has been our biggest improvement for the year, and I think that's also leading to a lot of success for us. And we continuously rebound in practice. We have drills where we spend 20 minutes just practically rebounding, and I think it's been a game changer for us, really.
Okay.
And also, I think it's what you're recognizing that your team has a lot of strength, and it's not just Ava who needs to get the ball. I mean, if you look at your scoring in that first quarter, it was really well balanced. If anything, I don't think Ava scored a whole lot in that first quarter, and then it was just a really well balanced approach in terms of the offense all night long.
Yeah, we were noting. Yeah, it was first half of the first quarter at least. I don't think Ava even had a point.
Yeah.
Really?
She was setting a lot of screens. It was mainly you and Ruggiero.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Ava caught fire, especially in the third quarter. She still wound up with her typical 25 points. So, so outstanding performance for her, too.
Yeah.
But, again, it takes that balanced scoring when you're going into the playoffs. So is that the next opponent? We don't know who it's going to be, or I don't even think, do we know where it's going to be?
So I don't know where it's going to be, but it's BG or Concord tonight, and they play at 6, so we'll know soon.
Okay. So anyway, rose of the game went to Maggie Sasso once again. We're going to try to cut these a little short because everybody wants to beat the snowstorm.
So this is my first time doing this?
Yes. You're the
it's like the Bachelorette or something. It's weird.
No, it's not.
I have been watching the Bachelor.
She's a rose between two thorns.
Okay, I got
Get
it.
Yeah.
All right.
And like I said, you've been a thorn in most people's side for as long as I've known you.
I got you.
Anyway, we're moving on. So the next rose will be coming right up. Thank you.
Awesome.
And we're back live from the Grizzly Den with our second rose of the night, and it's once again Miss Ava Ruggiero. And Ava tonight, well, I didn't find out until later. I don't know. Your dad said he told me, but I don't remember.
He told me and I said it.
Chris told me. Scott told me afterwards that it was your birthday. So
Yeah.
it's your birthday today. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
So you're like 26 now?
No.
18.
18. There you go.
18.
Yeah.
Big 1-8.
The big 1-8.
You can vote
Yep.
Yeah, you
on
can
March
vote.
14th.
There you
Yeah,
go.
I
For me.
could, yeah.
And yeah, no.
I'm not running for it.
And a hell of a game. Was this the highest scoring game you've had? It's certainly
yeah.
this year.
Yeah, this year, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So, I mean, the thing is, it was a whole new side of you. Underneath, you've always been good. Obviously, you're great at rebounds and stuff, putting up the baskets underneath. The three-pointers tonight were really on.
I know, yeah, it was kind of weird because when we were shooting around earlier today in the morning, like, my shots were off, and during warm-ups, I was airballing every shot, so, like, this is going to be a bad game. But I think I found my shot during the game, and once I hit my first shot, I was like, oh, okay. Like,
And
this is
you
going to
were-
be good.
You were hitting, like, I call them rainbows. It's like, will she hit the roof, you know?
Yeah.
Put a lot of arc on them. But I've watched a ton of your games, and I said this to some of the folks in the crowd. I think that was the best game I've ever seen you play, one. And you will play the next best game, by the way, next week. But you offensively, defensively, I couldn't believe it. I mean, you had steals, assists, shots. I mean, it was a phenomenal game, you know, in my opinion. I want to talk a little bit about the intensity of the game, especially in that second quarter. It looks like Pinkerton came out super aggressive, tried to push you guys around. Successful a little bit, too, I thought. But you seem to have a lot of poise, and things don't seem to get into your head. How do you do that?
I don't know, just like...
You don't seem to
just
be rattled.
get,
You don't get rattled.
Yeah, it's just like next play mentality. I mean, like, people say that, but, like, you actually have to do it. Because, like, getting mad, it's not going to help you at all. And, like, arguing and stuff, it's just, like, there's no point. Because if you get mad because you turn the ball over, you're going to, like, play bad the next possession.
So guess how many turnovers you had today?
5? 1?
One.
Really? Was it the pass to Ava Vaughn?
One. You had one. That's it.
Really?
Yeah, I try to. I
Nice.
keep mental focus on this stuff. You had one boo-boo the entire game. I've never really seen that ever.
Wow.
One. One.
It was amazing. And you took a few charges tonight and stuff
Yeah.
like that, so that was pretty good.
I tried to, yeah.
Yeah, no, so you did. But I didn't know. Like I said, the rainbow shots were just unbelievable. I think your final tally was, what, 18?
No,
17?
over 20.
Oh, she was over
Yeah,
20.
she had
Well,
over
you
20
hit.
points.
Yeah, that would have been it because you hit five 3-pointers.
5
20
threes?
I have
You hit
20.
five threes.
I have 22 points for you tonight, and that's unofficial, so I don't really know. But
Nice.
It was 5 threes.
I've watched
we
a
know
lot
that.
of your games. That was the best game I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
That you played very well. So what's the mentality next game going forward?
It's just, we know BG, we don't know who we're playing next.
But let's assume it's BG.
Okay, yeah. BG,
most likely it
we
will
know
be.
they're an intense team. They know what they're doing. They're very,
Focused?
yeah, they're very, like, set. Like, they know what they're doing. Like, they're a good team.
Disciplined.
And they're disciplined. That's the word. And I feel like we need to match their energy and don't let them control the game.
I think you're right, and I think if you come out as well as you did on the court tonight,
The first quarter,
yeah,
yeah.
that first quarter, and you know, like the other night against Salem, you came out cold, right? Just wasn't you
Yeah.
weren't in the flow of it, but this evening, just the exact opposite.
Yeah.
And just got to put together four quarters, you know, of good ball. So it's your birthday. Any special plans? What are we doing? What's the family doing or friends?
Tonight, well, we're going to Manchester Memorial Bedford game right now.
No
Hopefully
way.
they're still going.
No way. This is how you want to spend your birthday.
Yeah, I want to go so bad.
Okay.
So listen, you want to go? We're gonna not gonna
The
stop
rose
you.
between two thorns.
We're not gonna stop
Second
you.
rose, Ava Ruggiero.
Yeah.
Birthday girl, happy birthday.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, great game. And we're signing out. We'll do a quick coach's corner in just a few minutes. Bye.
Thank you.
And here we are back in the Grizzly Den. And speaking of results, Coach, we had the results tonight. It was a little. Actually, tonight I was impressed because I was a little worried if we got out to. We talked earlier that if we got out to.
That's why we do these things. I like to keep you on your toes.
There you go.
Make sure you're.
Scott and I were both saying if we got out to the same start that we had against Salem, it would have been harder to come back against a team like Pinkerton. I think in the first quarter we came out, we showed our dominance right away. We were hitting shots everywhere. So what was the mindset going in? I'm sure that was probably a topic of conversation, right, when the start of the game?
Yeah, I mean, I think we had a great practice yesterday, and so many kids contribute so much to why we are successful. And I think that energy definitely set the tone for us early in this game. That energy carried over from yesterday. And you see that, I think, in a lot of our games. And, it's a game of runs. So, I mean, a great team like Pinkerton, you're going to they're going to hit shots. And so we just had to withstand those runs and make bigger runs when we could.
I really like the balance tonight. A lot of, passing, looking for who was the open shot.
Yeah.
A lot of times those shots went in. Sometimes those shots didn't, but they were good looks.
They were.
And is that something that you talk about in practice in terms of like, hey, let's distribute the ball and give everybody, because you know that these teams are going to key in on an Ava Winterburn, and they did tonight. I mean, they tried to shut her down in that first quarter, but she's going to get her points.
And she does such a good job now knowing and trusting that she's going to get those looks. And I think, she kicks out sometimes, and you're like, oh, you could have gone up there. But you would talk about good shot, great shot, trying to get the great shot and passing up the good shot to get the great shot. Ava Vaughn's might have been a great shot that we passed up to get a great shot, that layup that she passed up to get the open three for Ruggiero, where the whole crowd was like, why didn't she shoot that? But I mean, a lot of it is, it's our process. Like they, and I have to trust them as much as I'm asking them to trust me. And so those shooting is confidence, and they have to be confident when they step to the line and know that they're going to hit the shot.
What I was impressed with is early in the game, until Ava really started getting her footing and started sinking the shots. And early in the game, she wasn't getting the looks. But she was dishing the ball, setting picks. But the point is, we were getting scoring from Sasso, Ruggiero. I mean, and that's what allowed us to really keep pace at the end of this game and really win this, is because of that stuff we did early.
Yeah, and I still, with Ava, you would say to her, you still need to continue to be aggressive, right? And because it's not necessarily just about getting looks, but, putting some defensive pressure on Lavoie, right, as she's guarding you, making her work a little bit more on this end, so that affects her on the other end.
She was a phenomenal player.
She is, and she really stepped up for them tonight.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you a question something that I've noticed, especially in the games in the second half of the year, and that's there seems to be a lot better rebounding. Mm-hmm. And is that something that you're working on? Because it's very noticeable. Caroline Foreman comes in the game. She had 3-4 really good rebounds, and you always get concerned when you get a rebound and then you kind of bring it down low and someone strips it. But they seem to be getting the rebound and protecting it. Just very noticeable.
Big point of emphasis for us this year, because last year, we were very blunt with each other, and they knew it. This wasn't any secret. The whole state of New Hampshire knew we were not a good rebounding team last year, right? And so. We started working on it last year in practice, and some of it took, but this year we said we have to become one of the best rebounding teams in the state. And it doesn't, it's not about size, it's just about effort. Really, rebounding is just about wanting the basketball. And there were some instances tonight where Pinkerton outworked us on the boards, and we just kind of now know to identify it.
But then you came back, so
right, exactly.
There were certain periods of time where oh my God, we're getting out hustled, but then it seemed like it was recognized, and then boom, we got 3-4 really key rebounds.
Right. Every time out I called today was because it was an instance like that where, the scoring aside, it's just we can't get it outworked, right? They're going to hit shots, and I'm going to be okay with that at the end of the day. But if we're getting outworked for rebounds,
that's the hustle stuff that you want to keep going on.
We got to put a stop to that.
Well, listen, everybody, we're on the edge of our seats waiting to see who we play next. We got BG Concord playing.
Coach
We got-
Bracey's like
yeah,
literally
it's right over
right
there.
over there. I mean-
Obviously, everybody wants to get out of here to beat a snowstorm. So what I want to do is cut this one short. But Coach, a great effort, great all-around
you.
team
See you
win.
on- was it
You did a
Tuesday,
good
right?
job. So we're signing out live from the Grizzly Den. We'll see you. We're done. Goodbye.
We finished with a win, guys.
That's right.